Hello and welcome back everyone, this is Allura SC back at you with another Fortnite hero build video. Today we will be highlighting an Unbreakable soldier build. This is going to be Archetype Havoc build, and his focus that we are going to build today is going to be on maximum survivability and durability in combat situations. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So as we know, Archetype Havoc's main perks focuses on Shockwave. As you can see right here, he has three main skills: Shockwave, Lefty Righty, as well as Frag Grenade. For the most part, we will be focusing on Shockwave, and his main perk is to be increasing movement speed by 40% as well as armor by 145 for 9 seconds. So this really gives him a bump of huge amounts of damage reduction for a period of time after using Shockwave. So to give you guys a little bit of an idea of exactly how much armor this particular skill gives you, I have gone ahead and did a little bit of pulling up of information. This is credits to user Eelgron on Reddit. Basically did a little chart comparing damage reduction to armor rating given in this new armor patch. So 145 armor kind of converts a little bit to the previous values of about between 59 to 60% damage reduction of the past. So every time you use your Shockwave, you're going to be getting roughly between 59 to 60% damage reduction on every single thing that comes at you. Pretty solid stuff. So moving on, we will be going ahead and talking about team perk. Now the team perk that I've gone ahead and chosen this time round is Slow Your Roll. As you can see right here, it says freeze melee attackers for 2 seconds and missed monsters are being slowed by 43%. This means that anytime you are being struck by melee husks, they are going to be freezing themselves 2 seconds and being unable to do anything, and missed monsters that are going to be hitting you or shooting at you are going to be slowed by 43%. A lot of damage reduction here in this particular team perk. So moving on, I would like to first skip over this first perk and move on to some of these other perks first, because these are the perks that I feel are going to be forming the core of the build. So first and foremost, we have In a Pinch, provided by Chromium Ramirez. What does she do? Reloading on an empty magazine regenerates 13.5% of your shield over 3 seconds. So the idea behind this is that you want to be constantly shooting and constantly reloading to maintain this shield regeneration buff. To put more clarification into this matter, we'll be going ahead and checking out our weapons loadout. So in terms of the weapons that we'll be focusing on, we'll be using weapons such as the Stalwart Squire. Yeah, the Stalwart Squire that I've gone ahead and used in this particular situation is on crit, regain 2.64% of the damage dealt as shields. I'm currently using crit rating, crit damage, and reload speed with crit damage on my Stalwart Squire, and this regains this amount of shields as this amount of damage as shields whenever I am critting with this weapon. Moreover, it is a 1 magazine size weapon, meaning every time you fire, you will immediately reload, and this allows me to utilize the shield regeneration ability. On top of that, I'll be using weapons like the Dragoon as well, with the similar loadout of crit rating with crit damage, and also with the Dragoon, it is a magazine size of 2, which fires off both bullets at the same time and reloads 2 bullets at the same time, and therefore giving you all of that lovely shield regeneration every time you fire as well. And in a similar vein, we are also using the old Betsy for long range decimation of husks. This one over here is going to be headshot damage with reload and damage, as well as headshot eliminations. All this here you can kind of put whatever you want, but for the more important thing, you just want to make sure that the magazine size is 1, so that you can constantly reload and get lots and lots of shields when you fire and kill at stuff. Right, so heading back to our hero loadout, that was the explanation for why we're using In a Hinge, or the Chromium Ramirez bonus. Next up, we have Doppler effect coming in from the Shock Trooper Renegade. What this does is that it decreases the shockwave cooldown by 24%. This basically brings down the amount of time taken for the shockwave from 25 seconds base down to 19 seconds, shaving off a sweet 6 seconds off your cooldown of shockwave, allowing you to maintain higher uptime of your armor and movement speed during this duration. So this is the reason why we're choosing to use Doppler effect or the Shockwave Renegade Soldier. Moving on, we have Survivalist. This is another go-to perk that most people would like to choose if you want to be able to regenerate life while killing things. Eliminations heal you for 39 base health over 3 seconds, duration refreshes over additional eliminations. So as long as you're constantly killing things, you're also going to be gaining life as long as there's health for you to gain. Very nice. Now, one of the other picks that we've also gone ahead and gone for is Dragon Days. So this one is given by Thunderstrike Mari. And what she basically does is that when your shield depletes, knock back and stun enemies for 1 second. So what really happens over here is that whenever your shields are being removed and you have 0 shields left, this will trigger and stun everything around you for 1 second. Everything around you. Now, if you go ahead and start to think about synergies between this and this, you basically will realize that when your shields are being depleted, upon firing your weapon and reloading, you will start to regain a little bit of your shields. And when that is happening and they are still wailing away at you, your shields will then once again deplete, and it will trigger the Dragon's Days once again. Rinse and repeat. Right? And of course, if you are wanting to mitigate the amount of damage that's coming at you, you want to utilize the Doppler effect, which will continuously give you armor. So, back to this first spot over here, I have chosen Short Fuse. This one is more for a even higher survivability build. Short Fuse basically allows you to reset your shockwave cooldown once every 20 seconds upon your shield depleting. Note that this is also in line with what we have for Dragon Days, so as long as you have your shockwave on cooldown and this off cooldown, if you have this off cooldown when your shield depletes, this will trigger, basically allowing you to do your shockwave once again and reactivating your 145 armor and 40% movement speed buff once again. So just managing to allow you to maintain higher uptime on the shockwave cooldown with this particular perk. I would definitely say that out of all these 5 perks, this one is going to be the slightly more flexible perk. So if you so chose, if you wanted to, you can swap this particular perk with some other perks. And what some other perks I would recommend, it would be probably things like Fleet, right? If you want some additional movement speed and mobility, you can go ahead and put Fleet Foot Can over here for some base movement speed, 12.5%. Alternatively, if you want additional damage, you could go ahead and put in things like your critical blast, yeah, from this shrapnel, from this buckshot to raptor dude, yeah. Or alternatively, you could go ahead and put something like shell shock from the shrapnel headhunter soldier buff as well, which gives you additional shotgun damage. Right? But this is entirely up to you if you want the damage. But if you want to go for a full survivability build, which is kind of what we are going for today, we are going to instead go for the Short Fuse buff. Right? Remember what I was mentioning to you guys as well, this build is also pretty flexible, so in the event where you guys want to play a tanky shotgun soldier as well, you could go ahead and change your main commander and put your Raider Headhunter, your Shrapnel Headhunter or your Buckshot Raptor in your main, for some sweet shotgun damage shenanigans, alright? So let's keep that in mind if you guys ever want to build some kind of shotgun survivability based soldier. But for now, let's just go ahead and mess around with our highlighted hero for today, the Unbreakable Havoc, Archetype Havoc Soldier. So with this in mind, let's go ahead and go into a map. We're just going to load into a random power level 100 map and find an encampment for us to mess around with, to showcase to you guys a little bit of gameplay on how this particular build works, right? So in terms of what gadgets you want to bring, you can kind of bring whatever you want really. It's just, you know, slow field, turrets, you know, healing, whatever you guys want. It's really up to you. Really entirely up to you. Alright, so let's just head into the mission. And we'll get to have a first-hand experience on how this particular build works, right? So very excited to show this gameplay to you guys. I've actually utilized this particular build in some of my SSD builds, which I've recently started doing once again. If you guys stop by our Twitch channel, you will probably be able to catch me playing some of these missions as well, utilizing this soldier. We were basically doing some SSD Twine 8 and 9 and doing a no build challenge where we were basically removing all of our traps, all of our buildings from our amplifiers and having absolutely nothing around them, and just having 4 people going ham on the spawns and utilizing this Archetype Havoc in the front line, soaking up all of that damage and all of that husk aggro, and it was pretty fun. But for now, let's just go ahead and showcase some solo gameplay. So we're gonna go ahead and start looking for some encampments. See if we can find some random encampments around the map. Yeah. So let's go ahead and take a quick eagle's eye view around the area. Let's see if we can find some half decent encampments anywhere around. Alright, we found one encampment over there as well as another encampment over there. Brilliant. Let's head over there and see if we can find, you know, perhaps a medium or a large size encampment. Alright, large encampment, that is perfect for our needs. So let's just go ahead and start it up, shall we? So let's get started. Us are going to be coming in right now. We're going to be focusing immediately on those blasters. They are the ones who are going to probably take care of us really quickly. I'm going to let my shields go down right now because we haven't been taking enough damage yet. I want to show you guys what happens when the shield breaks. Alright, shield has broken. So let's start working on some of these guys right now. And now this is where the fun part begins, right? As you can see right here, all of these husks, right? All of these husks, they are constantly breaking your shields and they keep getting stunned. If any of them do hit you, they are going to be getting themselves frozen, right? So that was a bit of a short-lived affair right there. Let's just go ahead and showcase it to you guys again. I'm going to reset that encampment. I'm going to reset the encampment. Now it's resetting all of our shields. Brilliant. So this is what I would call an encampment. It's not necessarily a super encampment or anything like that. You know, it doesn't respawn, unfortunately, so we can't showcase you multiple times. So I'm just going to reset the encampment and do it all over again. Alright, maybe you can do another encampment over there after this one's done. Okay, so once again, starting off really quickly, we are going to do our armor. We're going to start working on some of those blasters. And the shield is now broken. So now that the shield is broken, we are... wait, have a shield broken? There we go, the shield is broken. Alright, we're taking some damage now. Brilliant. So as you can see right here, right, we have a blaster wailing away at us. Blaster wailing at us, but we are not dead yet. We are not dead yet. We need to make sure to obviously take care of the blasters first. They are going to be giving us the biggest trouble. So even though this build, you know, is really strong, you can also see that sometimes, you know, if you don't do things properly, things can also screw up, right? So once again, you want to take care of the blasters first. Once the blasters are taken care of, you can see right here, this is how it's going to be working, right? If they hit you, they're frozen. If they are breaking your shields, you're going to be able to regenerate your shields, breaking the shield once again and causing them to get stunned once again. Standing in these as well will also do stuff like that. So there you have it. That's one encampment done. We can go ahead and work on the other encampment as well. Note that you know, you obviously want to make sure to not do what I did right there. Yeah, if we play a little bit more optimally, you want to maintain 100% uptime on your shockwaves. So let's go ahead and play, you know, a little bit more optimally this time. Alright, so it's working like this, using your AoE. But in this case, you can see right here, I'm killing them too quickly and it doesn't really show you the effects of what our shields can do. Yeah, what our shields can do. So I'm just going to go ahead and reset the encampment one last time, and then we'll show it to you guys again, once again, you know, with the amount of amount of CC we are able to put out of this hero once again. Alright, so we're getting ready. Here we go, starting it up. So as the spawn comes in, first of all, as always, we want to work on all of these blasters, right? We want to eliminate the blasters first, and as the blasters go down, we can go ahead and work on some of the other inconsequential or less consequential husks. Right, I'm just going to mess around, stand around the beast for a little bit, take some damage. Alright, cool. So once our shield is broken, this is kind of where the build starts to excel, right? We keep on regenerating shields, I'm going to stand in the beast, right? Stand in the beast, and we are just going to keep on breaking our shields, and we will keep on stunning things all around you. So there you have it, guys. There you have it. We have gone ahead and finished up the encampment, and yeah. So this is basically the build right here. Obviously, you want to optimize things by using your shockwave a little bit more. If you're getting low on health, make sure to pop your heal, you know, and if you really want to optimize it as well, you know, if you're dealing with some slightly stronger husks, make sure that if you're working on an encampment, use your Dragoon. You know, I was kind of messing around a little bit just to show you guys a little bit more about the potential of the stunning ability as well as the shield regeneration as well while you're doing combat. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys have any interest also if seeing this build you know, in action, you know, feel free to come by our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/UNOFFICIAL. And with that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Once again, I will see y'all next time. Bye bye now.